Hi, everyone. Punch the mic. Now I understand why they do it. Hi, everyone from Dan's LinkedIn. We are constantly asked how we film the Business Anchors podcast. So me and
Pat, the podcast editor,
are here to tell you how we do that every day.
Every day?
We don't do it every day. We do
Almost
it
every day.
We do it. It feels like we do it every day, but we don't actually do it every day. So there are a couple of aspects. We've got cameras, we've got lights, we've got sound. We're going to run through what we use for each one and show you how we set up. Taylor behind the camera is going to show you where those various things go so you can get a good idea of how it works. So starting with the cameras, we shoot on 3 separate cameras. You've seen the shots. There is one which is in the middle. That's a 5D. That's the wide shot of the 2 guys. And then we've got 2 Blackmagics that match each other. Blackmagic BMPCC4K. It's a ridiculous name, and I have to think about it. Each one of those has got an 85mm Samyang lens on it, set to 2.8. That blows out the background nice, but make sure that all their faces are in. The 5D has got a 50mm. That's just about wide enough in this sort of area. It's quite small. So, lighting. We've recently changed our lighting. We used to do this with tungsten lights, which were really, really warm and massive and awkward to set up. Now we've gone to lovely new Cobb LED lights from Amaran. We have got 3 of them. There is one over there, there's one over there, and there's one above me. We've got one 200D and 2 100Ds in daylight, I believe. Yes, they are in daylight. The one above me, that's our key light. This is the 200D under a massive, I think it's a Godox softbox. Super cheap on Amazon, super good. I absolutely love them. We shoot everything on them now. That's on a nice big C-stand. I think it's a newer C-stand, which is just as good as the Matthews C-stands, but not that much cheaper, if I'm honest. Anyway, we've got this on here. We've got big softbox. We've got a big grid so we don't get any spill on the background. On the background, we've got our 2 lovely coloured gel lights. That's a double pink effects gel on that one with some diffusion. On this one, we've got 2 blue effects gels, no diffusion on that. For some reason, that blue just doesn't show up on the wall as much. I don't know why. Do you know why, Pat the Podcast Sensor?
No idea.
No idea. We'll never know. So it's a mystery. So we've just recently changed our sound setup to dampen a bit of the echo in here. So now we've got 2 big sound blankets either side of us, which are black and actually give us a bit of negative feel. So we just had to add in this little polyboard to give Dan a little bit of a kicker, but that's pretty much what we do. We sometimes have to change the TV, but that's generally okay. Pat, what do we do for sound?
Well, in terms of microphones, we've got, and we are talking through a couple of Shure SM7Bs. These are great microphones. You will have seen them everywhere. If you've ever listened to a podcast, you've probably heard these microphones. They're very quiet microphones. So we're going down these little leads all the way around here, and then down there we've got the Clark Technic CM2. It's a mic booster. These mics are really, really quiet without them. So you're just kind of bringing them up. We're getting less of that noise floor. For the layman's out there, basically, when they're not talking, you're not going to hear in the background. And then we're going into, for a recorder, we're going into the Zoom H6. Before, like Barney just said, we just changed our setup completely. Before we were going into the Rode NT1As. They were good. There were a couple of condenser microphones, but we're right now recording in an office. There's lots of noise around. You don't really want a condenser because it's going to pick up all of the noise within the room. So with these, it means we get to kind of just isolate things a little bit. And it makes Pat the podcast editor very happy. He's a sound guy and he hates noises.
He does hate noises. He loves to shout at people when their phones are on.
I get furious.
Like, literally, it's a real thing.
I'm an incredibly angry person.
Incredibly angry. I don't know why I'm still talking about this. But basically, that's how we put our setup together. It's really simple. Tay's going to show you some lovely shots of the background. Yeah. Listen to the Business Anchors podcast.
Check it out.